Okay, guys, hello. Welcome back to another episode of Midterms in a Pod. A great name given to us by Camille. So basically, this episode we're probably gonna go over some questions that you guys had regarding midterms, like anxieties and stuff. But there are also other questions, just regarding online school and life in general. And so I'm going to reintroduce myself. My name is Melissa. Um, First year in Arts and Science, exec of Study Sheep, so the club's responsible behind this project. I'll let the others go. Somebody.
Okay. So I'm Camille. I am a first year in Arts and Sciences too. I'm an executive study sheep too. And we also have with us two wonderful guests. So one of you, do you guys want to introduce yourself?
Okay, so hi, my name is Herrinah. I'm a second year in health science, and I'm super happy to be participating in this podcast, even though I might not have the best answers.
Hi, my name is Tony. I'm a second year honors health science student, and I also can't wait for this podcast. It's so much fun.
So, Cam, you want to start this discussion off?
Yeah, okay. So keep in mind that this is like really chill. We're just gonna say what we can offer as like answers as students, and don't take everything we say with a grain of salt. So the first question we have is, what's the social dynamic like between people, so like students, teachers, etc., when school is in person? So Mel and I can't really answer for that, but we'll let the two second years that we have with us, talk about that.
Well, first of all, I just want to say that I feel really bad for all of the first years as of now that they couldn't experience the dynamic, because really it made up half of my school experience last year, honestly, at least.
Like, I feel like it's very distant with teachers these days because you just go on Zoom at the last minute and you just say hi, and then most of the time it's just the teacher that says hi and the students are just muted. But when it's in person, people actually go in class like much earlier, maybe at 2:08 instead of 2:15, and then some teachers like they just stand there awkwardly, but a lot of teachers they would actually make conversation with you, and you get to know them beyond the classroom.
That's
Right,
true.
that's so true, actually. Because, like, oftentimes between classes, because everyone's got a different schedule, right? So you'd often, like, bump into friends or just, like, random people. Or even, like, people from outside schools that you're wondering, why are you here right now? Are you supposed to be in your school? But anyways, and it's just so fun because you could have total chaos happening in the hallway while you're having a class. Do you remember this one guy? He was always playing the flute at the
What?
he was always playing the flute.
What?
And then, like, I remember every Friday afternoon I had my mechanics class with Margaret Livingstone. She was like the best.
Oh, she's our teacher right
And
now, actually.
every Friday she would like start talking, and then we would hear the flute because we were like on the floor right above it, and then she just stop and be like, ah. Anyways.
Is the
He wasn't
person?
bad. He wasn't bad.
Yeah,
It
okay. Was
really
he good
addition
at
to-
least?
to student life.
Yeah, was he like in the music program or something? Or
Oh, I think he was in law.
And he would just like come up to school with his flute. Like, is it like an actual flute, right? It's like flute traversière.
Yes,
not
an
like
actual flute.
okay. Wait,
Oh.
like what type of flute?
Flute traversière. Like
Oh, okay. Okay, that's not too bad. At least he didn't bring like the shitty one, like the one we get from the primary school. Like,
Academic.
okay, yeah. I'm like I vibe with online school right now. Like I would feel distressed if like I were to suddenly go back to school physically, and if everything went back to school physically. So yeah, that's my
Yeah,
that's true.
point on it too.
At first, it would probably be very different, but you really come to enjoy the small moments after you have experienced it and you lose it to the pandemic. Like just going to, because CJEP is like 2 years, right, and it's super short, and everyone knows that, so you just everyone really wants to meet new people and make friends and stuff. So it's almost every day. It seems like it's almost every day that you meet someone new, that like your friend's friend, your friend's friend's friend, and then you just make new connections all the time, and that's something that is probably not happening in the first years in online school. And I don't know, maybe you guys have like some ways to meet new people.
I mean, this could lead to the other questions that we were asked. I think one of them. What was it, Cam?
Yeah, I guess we can move on to the next question. Unless anyone has anything to add. But basically the next question is kind of, it's like, how do you keep in touch with your friends? I guess, either like online, or from like your friends from high school that don't go to the same teacher. So it's not only like focused on the online aspect, but we can talk about that if you want.
I mean, I can go ahead and answer that real quick. Wait. Okay. Here's my honest answer, okay? As someone who doesn't text well, who really sucks at texting in general, one way that I kept in touch with my friends is that, like, we kind of schedule, like, my friends outside of, like, CJEP, like, my friends from high school, okay? My group of friends from high school. We kind of, like, at first we didn't do that, but, like, we realized that we were kind of, like, drifting apart, and once we realized that, we decided to have, like, weekly Zoom calls. It's kind of cheesy, like, when we say it like that, but it's really fun. It's, like, you get to meet each other after, like, so long. We just talk about everything to nothing, and the calls, like, last, like, hours and hours. So I feel like that's a possible, like, solution if you feel like you're drifting apart from your high school friends, especially. But then again, you have to do it if you feel like doing it, because if you feel like you can't put in the effort because you're not there, you're mentally not there yet or whatever, like, honestly, you do it because you want to do it. So that's what I recommend. You put in the work because you want to keep those friends with you, right? So yeah,
So basically your plan is to include your friends in your school schedule. And literally, like, just one other class that you have to take, but except this class is like 2 hours long, and then you have to talk to your friends. That's
But like,
great.
it's kind of like having lunch. Like, it's
yeah. Like,
Yeah,
we get like we eat together, we grab a drink if we have to, and then we talk. We watch movies too sometimes, but it's kind of laggy, so it's not great. But
party.
yeah, but it might seem like you're just adding something to your schedule, like another task that you're adding to your schedule. But if you really cherish those friendships that you had from high school, of course you're gonna be willing to do that. At the very least, right? That's what I think personally. But then again, it's also based on what you want in the end, you know? Do you want to keep being friends with them, or do you not want to keep being friends with them? It's you who decides that. So yeah.
Yeah, definitely. I feel like CJEP is a moment where you make a lot of choices, and even though it might not seem like it, a lot of those choices really affect you for your entire life.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes it can be even confusing to make those choices, but life is all about choices.
Choices.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah, so the question was like, how do you make friends during online school and like counter basically the lack of socialization, which I know is like, I've talked to some people in first year and they're like, it's so hard to make friends online, especially if you're like in a really big program like health where you don't have like the same classes with the same people. So yeah, anyone want to go ahead?
Even in person, the main way I made my friends is through clubs and participating in clubs. And like, even if you go to one event of one club, you might not like meet that many people. But if you go to 2, 3, and then you meet, oh hey, you were at that events too, and then you don't have just one topic to talk about. You have 2 things to talk about. Then that's a very strong foundation to become friends with someone. So I would say just participating in clubs. You can really meet people. Online, obviously, like, it's a bit less dynamic when you go because it's basically just interacting with the exec that's talking all the time. But a lot of execs also really want people to participate, but no one does. So, and if you go to those events, like, it's very likely that you want to meet people. So honestly, the thing is just to not be shy and just go for it. If you find someone cute, or if you find like you find that you will be good friends with someone, then you just go for it. Just shoot your shot, YOLO.
finding someone cute at a Zoom call, just like pin it in the
Pin it.
Offline them. Ugh.
Damn.
Low key, in an online environment, I remember if it's I can't speak. If it's of any reassurance to people out there, I know that my closest friends as of now were people that I met in a Discord server for Mary. Not even when I got into school, like, because you get your CJEP after like acceptance, I think in January or like in I don't know, I don't remember, but it was pretty early in the year, and I remember someone made a Discord server for Mary in around May, and I just joined it, and we were just chatting a lot, and then we decided to meet in real life, and still to this day, they're like some of my closest friends. So, well, if you want to find a new friend, just join any Discord server that's related to Mary, and hopefully you'll chat along and bond together.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's a
so
lot for gamers though. Like personally, I don't even know how to use Discord, so but I totally get it though. It goes the same for Facebook and for other things, right? Just go on those big or small chats, and then you just again, it's my same advice. YOLO, just go for it. You never know what you're gonna get from out of it.
Maybe you'll get a boyfriend/girlfriend/partner by the end of this online session. Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? Honestly, the only reason I made friends like this semester is because I'm part of ANS, and it's like a closed group, right? So you keep seeing the same people over and over again. So at this point, you become friends with them. Anyway, and
Shout out to ANS.
Shout out to ANS. Promote ANS. Anyway, yeah.
Is that one additional way ANS people find to flex? Like, oh, now we have online school.
Yeah,
We're
definitely.
not even affected.
Yeah. No.
Legit, yeah. Okay, so like one of the things I didn't realize because I'm in ANS, and total flex of ANS here, but like breakout rooms are so awkward often in classes where you don't know the people, and like I didn't realize until I had French this semester, where no offense to my French, anyone in my French class that y'all are listening, but like some of the breakout rooms, it's like it's really awkward because you don't know anyone there, and it's like if no one is like outgoing and is like hi, everyone's just like muted and like with their camera off, and you're just like yeah. But
I mean, then again, that's unavoidable. But like Tony said, YOLO. We're bringing that phrase back from the dead of 2016. YOLO. You only live once, okay?
Yeah. So someone said that like it's not a question. It's just like a general concern about midterms. It's like they're scared that the exam is gonna be too hard. So yeah. Anyone want to talk about their awesome exam stress experience?
Usually in person, I think every class is a different midterm, but now it's really standardized across all classes, at least for like big programs, because it's online. So that's also a plus that you won't be penalized because your teacher gives harder midterms. And if everyone in the grade is equal, it's just a plus for everyone because everyone just gets the same exam. It's super fair. Our score calculates your relative standing, and everyone's happy.
Side note, this man has like an R score of like
Happy ending.
He has a great R score, this man. So so take his advice to heart, cause he made it, so can you.
And like if you're in Marianopolis, that means that you have like a big brain, so like
Exactly.
Be confident. Gotta be confident. And honestly,
but also steady. Don't be too confident.
Yeah, steady. Like obviously you have to study. You can't just like not study and expect like and be stressed about the exam being hard, because of course you're gonna be stressed. You didn't study for it, so yeah, you have to study.
Yeah, but I just wanted to point out that like people who are considering dropping out, it's really not a big deal. Okay, it's like if you feel like that's the way you want to go, it's really fine. Like don't worry about the societal judgment, pressure from other people. Just follow your own path. Everyone finds success their own way. And everyone also has their own definition of success. So it's really no stress in life, and everything will be all right.
As the honors science kid, I'm sorry, but
honestly, okay, hear me out. What he just said sounded so like well thought out of. Like it couldn't been like been on the spot. We're gonna put that on a board or something, like hang it up somewhere. Anyway,
I feel like when you transition from a high school to CGIP, you often like tend to undermine the office hours, or like rarely anyone visits the office hours or anyone really reaches out to the teachers, because like what's the point? You got friends, you got a friend group, you got all-nighters, like you chill, right? But actually the office hours are often super helpful, depending on the teacher, of course, but it's like really, how to say, underappreciated, because they rarely get anyone. They rarely see or interact with any students. And when they see you come in, first of all, they're going to be like, oh my God. And then second, they're going to be like super grateful, and they're going to help you out. And they'll remember your name because they'll remember you as the one who tried. So I don't know, like, I don't want to imply anything, but teachers like to see you try. Like, they'll be more, they'll be easier on you if they know that you made the effort to visit them. It happened to me, like, first semester, second semester, when I was, like, visiting teachers' office hours, and I was asking them a lot of questions. Like, they were a lot easier on me in terms of grades, and I don't, not anything, but it helps.
Brownie points. Brownie points.
Yeah. Keep in mind those reference letters that you're gonna need in the future.
Right.
And also, like something important that I feel like students often forget is that teachers are the ones to make the exams usually. So like when they answer your question, even if it's subconscious, they're gonna answer it from a point of view that's often gonna help you kind of like guide you on what you need to know for the exam. So yeah, don't. If they, moral of the story, reach out to teachers.
I was just saying those are really good points, and I wish I had taken advantage more of office hours, but sometimes I don't know, like I was a bit too shy or too shy, I guess.
Aren't you the one who just said YOLO and just say it?
Yeah, exactly.
True, where did the YOLO go?
What is this? Discontinuity. Okay, no. Jokes aside. What I do sometimes with exams, if I'm allowed, obviously, sometimes you're not allowed, I have like a radio in my room and I put music during the exams to help me like relax a bit, because personally music is like therapeutic for me, so it helps me relax obviously. But yeah, I do that sometimes.
Same.
Yeah.
Same. I put like classical. And it's so cheesy.
You know what I put? You know what I put during like exams or whatever? Like if I'm allowed to put music. Wait, Cam, guess.
Wait, you actually put like Blackpink?
I put Blackpink, bro. I put their discography on repeat. It gets me through.
You're like answering like, what is this macromolecule? And just like kill this one.
Right. What if they ask you calculate the area under the curve and you're like Blackpink in your area?
Yeah. Legit, yeah. Yeah. Okay, but something else that I heard from my teachers like in high school, I do not know how effective they are. I've never tried them. But there's this teacher in like that I had in Sec 3 who was like, you know what? If you're stressed, just yawn.
Wait, who was he?
Wait, was it like
I don't remember. Dave.
I do remember that, like yawning. Oh my god, I tried that in like Sec 3. Like after he told us that, I would try that during like math exams. I don't know if it ever worked, but
yeah. So if music doesn't work for you, if yawning doesn't work for you, I guess let Jesus take the wheel and good luck on the exam. Yeah, okay, no, jokes aside.
At the end of the day, it really doesn't matter, you know, like it's just like even if it's a midterm, it's only 20%, and even if you get a 32 R score instead of like 35 or like 35 instead of 38, you know, there's so many other ways to get into whatever program or university you want to get into in the end, or whatever path you want to take. Like it's totally okay. Like Camille said, it's totally okay to like take one more year to do like something else, or to like up your grades, or like to like decide on what you want to do. So
the founder of KFC only founded KFC after he was in his 50s. So like in 4 years, everything we do right now is just going to be inconsequential in your entire life in general. So it's really okay. And honestly, the point of this thing is just probably going to teach us that we have to take everything chill, and we just need to just wing it in life, and we will get where we belong at some point.
Yeah.
The metaphor of the century. Oh my god.
Yeah, so this is for mainly for Herrinah and Tony. So how do you prep for university applications? So it's a question from a first year who's like wondering for next year.
Yeah, personally, I only applied to the programs in Quebec, and I would say it's super easy to apply here because there's like almost nothing to submit. You really need to make sure of the deadlines that you want to have, and that's pretty much it. Like it's just about the deadlines, and try to do it like a week in advance or two. And if you want to go in medicine or dentistry or any program that requires Casper, you should also look into into that as early as possible because it's always good to have more time. But university applications in Quebec, it's not as stressful as the ones in the States that Herrinah can probably talk about more.
Oh yeah, no. Applying to the States when you're a Quebec person is very painful because our education system differs not only from the United States but just from the rest of Canada in general. So what a lot of Canadian students, like Ontario, British Columbia, even like Prince Edward Island people, a lot of them, what's included in their curriculum is not included for us. So like the SATs and course specific, I think it's SSATs, and just AP classes if you want to add that to your application too, because not every school offers enriched courses, and not every school offers the IB program, and just it's very complicated if you want to fulfill the same requirements that like American student would just have naturally because of like middle school and high school. During the quarantine time though, take advantage of this time if you want to get to the States, because for now all of the universities accepting students don't require the SATs. But when quarantine will close, when like in real life stuff will slowly happen, they'll probably require it for next semester or the semester after that. As for in general, I'm not going to talk about specific schools because they all have their own requirements, but just in general, if you're even interested of applying to the States, I suggest you strongly to start a Common App. It's like the name of the website. It's where every American school does their application on. It's like one common website, and there's like the common part where you put your info, parents' info, hobbies, your personal essay, and just any grades you'd like to declare. And then you, of course, if you want to go apply to the States and you're married right now, I suggest you strongly talk to your academic advisor, because she's the one who will do all the paperwork for you in terms of grades, and she's the only one who does it for all of Mary. So you can, like, she's pretty overwhelmed, so it's best to go to her as early as possible. I don't want to stress you, but it's like earliness is key. So for example, one of the schools that I applied to required 6 different essays. And they're like, Quebec is all due on March 1st, whereas these unis for regular application is due on January 1st. So yes, no stress at all though. You're only in your winter semester, so
I'm literally crying by what you just said. Like, oh my god.
But I definitely feel like it's worth to take a moment and think about it even right now in March, because it happens faster than you think. I wanted to apply to some schools in the States, but by the time I was going to work on it, which is like last December, it was already too late. I had to like talk to the academic advisor. Like if I rushed it, I would have had time, but I needed like letters of recommendation from the advisor and from teachers. I need to write essays, and I didn't really pay attention to this deadline specifically, so I kind of missed it.
Oh.
So especially if you want to apply to multiple schools, like it's very, very wise and smart to start thinking about it now and gathering all the information you can on what you need to do and when you need to do them so that you don't miss anything.
Exactly. You see all those TikTok memes about like how kids are dying in the US? That's true. That's true. If you're applying to 12 different schools, you're like writing 20 essays.
Jesus Christ. Oh my god. Okay, next question?
Next question. Alright, so someone had like, I guess it's a concern too, it's not really a question. It's like about like adapting and changing your study methods to the online exams, since it's not only like learning by heart anymore. So like I guess you guys can sort of go ahead first, like the second years if you want, since you lived through both.
Just never start. I'm just stating the obvious. Never start studying the night before your exam because you're gonna die. Always study with friends, especially friends from other classes, because it's always like the same exams, as Tony said, like especially in an online setting. So some stuff that your teacher might not have placed an emphasis on, other teachers might have, or like point of views that might have differed into like the way to perceive like a concept. That could be really helpful.
Yeah, definitely. Like looking into other teacher, like just knowing and learning about them could be helpful. And I would say the main thing that changes is obviously the focus of what you study. For example, in biology, you wouldn't start memorizing all the slides of the PowerPoint like you would if you were in person, but rather maybe you would want to make an outline of the PowerPoint so that you can refer to them faster and you can just save time. Basically, it's a race against time because you have all the information available, but you just need to find them in time. So really being organized, I would say, is the main thing in online school.
If you are unable to one way or another create an agenda for yourself or have a planner for yourself, grab a friend who's organized, who can act as your daily reminder. If that friend is willing, obviously, don't force them, don't coerce them into doing this. But honestly, like, they're your friends. They would be willing to do this for you if they're your actual friends, you know? And, you know, if you feel bad, don't worry about it because they expect the same from you too. They would expect you to do the same for them. So it's like if you're really like desperate about and you're really like stressed out about not being disorganized, it's okay to go ask your friends for help. It's okay to ask them to remind you sometimes if you have to. But obviously it's, you know, preferable if you do it by yourself, obviously, because it will be helpful for you in the future. But friendship is magic. Keep that in mind.
Is that you to Camille or Camille to you?
It's actually not. It's actually not. I'm actually quite organized by myself.
Yes, of course.
Oh my god,
I'm kidding. The amount of times I've forgotten an assignment, like right before it's remise, and then my friend's like, yo, so can we just like check the last question? And I'm like, what last question? And like, you dumb bitch, it's the assignment that you're supposed to do.
Alright, so another concern that we have is like having to be kind of independent and trying to not procrastinate. So also like a lot of people in CEGEP, most people in CEGEP turn 18 like during CEGEP. So yeah, any tips on becoming adults and having to face the life? I don't know. Yeah. Okay.
I mean, a lot of people think that as soon as you turn 18, it's like magic button, right? You'll become an adult and you'll just innate talents of adulting. But no, it's like that moment when you're like, it's your birthday and you don't feel anything different, but you feel like you're supposed to be different, but like nothing's changed. It's the same thing. So I would just say if you know that because I know I'm someone who has trouble just adapting in general. I might look like it or not, I don't know. But I have trouble adapting. So if you know there's like stuff that you're kind of afraid of outside of school in terms of life, I suggest you, it sounds so nerdy, but I suggest you like research and just ask your parents or friends and just prep in advance mentally and technically.
Can I?
I was like, I just want to point out that Herrinah sounds like she's having a child.
Why?
I am the child. Shut up.
Okay,
I mean, she's like researching, asking parents, and planning, asking friends.
Oh my god. Now that you come to strange conclusions sometimes, which is great. We love that about you. Anyway, wait. Side note, how old are you guys? I know that Cam is 18, but Tony, are you 19 now?
I'm turning 18 in 6 months.
What?
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 I was born in September.
Oh.
Wait, what? So she's like...
You're turning 18?
18?
No, I'm turning 19.
Oh my god.
Oh, God.
Oh my
We all
god.
heard you say turn 18
No,
in
I'm
6
turning
months.
19. I didn't skip a year or whatever. I'm
Oh
very
my
old.
god. I mean, we thought you did, and it would have made sense too, you know, so...
I'm sure.
Okay, yeah. And Herrinah, you're 18, right?
Yeah.
When are you turning 19?
In a month. Oh god.
Oh god.
So, how do you stay focused during like online class?
I would love to have some advice on that.
A lot of my teachers, they already have notes, they already have PowerPoints, and they already have videos, but they're still teaching in classes. So what I like to do is that during classes, I don't take notes specifically. I just listen. I just listen to them, and I just listen to the words. Because oftentimes in online classes, I feel like what everyone does is that they just blank out, but they're there, but they just blank out and they think of other stuff, or they're like doing something else at the meantime.
One way that could be very efficient is you ask the teacher to pick on people so that everyone has to stay focused, and then no one wants to be taken like by surprise, right? And a lot of teachers don't do that, and I find that the classes I focus the most in are the classes that the teachers actually pick on people, because I don't want to be embarrassed for everyone. So asking your teacher to do it, like maybe not in front of the whole class because you might be picked on, you might be like bullied, but if you want to do it like mild them and tell them that that's a really good idea, then I would suggest that you totally go for it.
Oh my
Tony,
God.
you're not wrong, but everyone will hate you.
Everybody will hate the class too, because we don't want that, obviously. We want to participate out of our own volition, not being forced to do it. But another possible solution, if you want to stay focused in class, is, for me, as someone who is okay at speaking, I tell myself, you know what, participate at least once during this class, or like thrice, you know, or something. I set myself a number of times I have to participate, and because of that, you know, I force myself to like keep my focus on the class, because, you know, I would end up asking questions or whatnot, and I need to know what's happening to be able to ask the questions. Obviously, it's hard to do this. Obviously, you have to be like motivated to do this too, but I feel like it's a helpful strategy. But at the same time, I think it's kind of impossible to not lose focus during class. Like, even physically, you would probably not really focus like all the time, you know. So it's totally okay if you become unfocused for classes for a while, and that's totally understandable.
Yeah, I think it's very biological too to not stay focused, because imagine like you're focused on some random things, and then there's like animals next to you that are trying to eat you, and if you were focused, then you would die, and according to evolution, that's not going to happen. So you really need to be easy on yourself, forgive yourself, and but never give up. But I don't think you would win the fight against procrastination and against lack of attention anytime soon, because it's literally written in your DNA.
Thank you, Tony.
Okay. Does anyone want to add anything?
Yeah, I would just like to thank everyone for listening to us talk, and I really hope that someone what is
I don't know. I thought like Cam would be the one doing that, since she's like kind of
I just wanted to like thank everyone, but it's not the actual outro.
Okay.
I'm just saying, like, thank you everyone. I really hope that like I said something useful at some point, but yeah.
Tony, you're great. You're a great Tony. Yes,
Yeah.
Herrinah, don't you want to say something too? Like a little like, thank you for inviting me or something? I don't know.
Oh, yeah, sure. I forgot about that one. Yeah. Thank you so much for inviting me today. Like, I really wasn't expecting to do this, but what are you gonna
I don't know. Now it sounds like it's scripted. Not like we forced you to do it.
No, but I don't know. Thank you so much for inviting me. This is actually my first time being invited on the podcast or anything at all. So I'm really honored to be part of this Study Sheet and Addendum initiative. And I really had a lot of fun.
Yay.
Oh my god, Tony, stop it. You're gonna make me blush. I don't know if it's like cringe or like no, I'm sorry, don't ignore what I said. But no, genuinely, like, same. I don't know if you got any advice from that. Hopefully, that's what I hope for. But I totally understand if you didn't either.
Yeah.
So you had a fun time listening to us.
Yes, my voice is like cracking, like, but yeah. I mean, obviously, like, Herrinah and Tony, they're both really, really great. Like, they're both people that we can look up to easily. So we're really happy that they accepted and decided to come on to this little project of ours, you know. Like, they didn't have to. And they're all really busy too, so we're really thankful. So thank you very much. Anyway, Cham, you want to actually finish this off, like, with an official outro, I guess?
I think that was great, honestly. Okay. Thank you, everyone.
Who is everyone? Like, 2 people who listen to this till the end? Thank you!
Thank you to anyone who stuck with us until the end. Thank you for Mel, for Herrinah, and for Tony for taking the time to record this. I hope that you guys had fun too. I hope that the people that are listening has fun. And we'll link we'll link like in this I feel like a YouTuber, but
Maybe we are. Who knows? Are we?
We'll link in the description.
Link in the description.
Down below. Don't forget to hit subscribe and
Up
like.
here or
And I
down
hope to
below.
see you.
Smash that like button.
okay, for real though, we'll probably link in the description like some other like academic or counselor resources and stuff if you guys actually like are stressing a lot. And yeah, otherwise stay tuned for more study sheet or addendum activities.
Yay! Bye. Thank you for listening. Have a nice
Thank you.
day. Good night. Good morning. Who knows?
Peace
Bye-bye.
out. Hey, off script though, like, are we gonna have access to the data on like how many people actually listen to the end? Like, I would like to know that.
They're
I
not.
think you can see on YouTube, but it's not gonna be on our YouTube channel. Well, we don't have a YouTube channel.
But it's gonna be on YouTube.
Yeah, it's
I
probably
think
gonna be
so.
on
I think Addendum
Oh,
has a YouTube channel.
Addendum.
So I
What's
think
Addendum?
It's a podcast.
But it might
I
be.
don't
We're
know.
planning.